what's-in-a-jiggers. You guys know
Into the who's what's it thing and
into that box. I'm going to go stick it in your box, alright?
Yeah, disperse multitude.
Sassy as fuck.
Into the comments or
Into the what's-in-a-jiggers. You guys know
into the who's
Oh shit. Well,
What
shit.
What
I didn't have.
happened?
I did. I had. Bleh. My camera was covered, and then I went. Bleh. And that's my story.
So-
My tale.
What's going on now? Oh, I see.
We're here.
Visuales.
Visuals. Hello, everybody. Hope we're having an amazing day. We are here, much to everyone's chagrin, but we are here.
Greetings, salutations, and objections.
You can't see my top. It's green and it's got a body on it. Got a skeleton thing.
Very cute. I see. Yes.
It just
Save
looks.
that for the Day of the Dead. Or will you have something else for that day?
I'm pretty sure I have something for like dead and horror every day of the week. So I think I'll have
I'm
something
fighting
different
my
for that.
pussy again, just so you know.
Fight the pussy.
It's the battle. It's the battle with the multitude of pussy.
We didn't fight the
Oh.
pussy.
Everybody wants a piece of me today. My
Is there-
damaged pussy is yet to come home.
Oh, the poor damaged pussy.
I know.
Have you heard good things about it though?
Yeah. So far, she seems to be eating well.
So she's a hungry pussy.
Found the bloody drugs that I needed for my neck right after we start. I know. So I'll take those in a minute.
Yeah.
But sorry, pussycat. Yes. So she's doing well.
Good.
So due to at one vet, the closer vet that I usually go to, they were booked out for like ages. So okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna in the same vet group, I'll go to a different one that's slightly further away. So
Mhm.
instead of being 10 minutes down the road, they're 20 minutes down the road. So I went to the further one. And
It's not bad.
the young lady there at the counter, she goes, "Oh, it's a stalking Belle." And I mean, what do you mean? She goes, "Well, I just wanted to track on her progress." And I'm like,
Aww.
that's kind of adorable.
It's
that you're
so cute.
invested in my pets.
Yeah, that is
I know.
absolutely adorable. I love it.
Yeah, and
It's
she's like, yeah. She goes, I checked the notes, and she's like, after she'd been there with you she'd been in the. So I did decide to take your advice and put her in for what's the word, boarding.
Yeah.
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 And yes,
I
so
give good
put her in for
advice.
boarding. Yeah, you do. There are times.
I very
So
seldom
put her in
follow
for
it.
boarding,
Hmm.
and what do you call it? Yeah, so she's been there since Monday, and today is our time Thursday, I
Thursday.
think.
Yep.
So she'll be coming home tomorrow night.
Lovely.
But yeah, so the lady at the so a full 5 days. She's had almost pardon me, and so she's had so she's gotten less timid over time, and she's eating.
Yeah.
But after I dropped her off on the Monday, I had to go over on the Tuesday afternoon. It'd been almost a full 36 hours, and she hadn't eaten. So they had to force feed her through a syringe. And when I say force feed, they just like basically put it in the corner of her mouth so that she'd have to like lick it.
Yeah, they go. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They don't incubate with a tube or anything. It's like
They sit there and get a hamburger and jam it down their throat.
Yeah, it's gentle force feeding. And they'd literally only do like a meal or two at a time, but they had to put her on fluids because she refused to eat or drink. So when I turned up and hung out for about a half an hour, and the lady, one of the vet nurses there, heated up some chicken breast, and I'd sort of pulled that apart, and she got stuck into it for a little bit. She ate half of that, and the vet nurse at the other location was like, I was stalking her, and I read her comments, and I saw that the comment was ate from owner's hand at 3:20 afternoon. She goes,
It's so cute.
That's our girl Belle. And I'm like, you guys are adorable. Thank you so much for caring for my
See,
animals. It's
It's exactly what you want. That's what you want from a vet. You want someone who's going to be like your pet.
right.
Yeah. They don't have to know you, but
Yeah.
then they know you're the pet. Yeah. Like, that's what I want.
Well, you
I
know me.
don't know.
I'd remember a person's pet before I'd remember them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh.
I was driving somewhere today and I saw a puppy in my area and I'm like, oh, I know that puppy. I have no idea who who the human person was walking the puppy, but I remember that puppy.
The human is. Yeah, no, that's right. Mm.
Yeah.
So, yes. Looking forward to getting that snuggle puss home. So,
yes, I bet. It'd be nice to have it. You can sit there and be annoyed by it when it goes all the time.
Full contingency of the multitude of pussy back.
Exactly.
Yes, please.
It's yes, please. Yes, please. All the pussy. All the pussy, please. That's so funny. It's so funny.
Shall we give our loyal followers a bit of a treat?
I like.
And tell them that we have been. Sorry, what was that?
I was going to make a joke, but then my head just not in it. My brain's all over the shop today. So yes,
as you and
please
me both,
give everyone
that
a
we
gift.
okay. So a quick treat. Take one of these. Is that Kenzie Cat and myself are on the prowl to find Kenzie a new pair of pussies.
Indeed, a pair.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to get along well because I don't want fighting pussies. I want nice, calm, you know,
No, so we're
friendly
looking.
pussies.
So I've taken it upon myself because I had said last week my middle name is Universe
Yes, you did.
to help find you a pair of cats that need
Yes,
rehoming.
that's right.
And so currently I'm engaged in conversing with humanoids, local humanoids who are in need of alternative housing for their feline friends.
Yes.
One person seems to be a bit interesting.
Yes, a little bit more trouble than
Still waiting
they're
for a
worth.
response from somebody else. So
Oh,
yeah, I
really?
can appreciate somebody's like, sorry.
I said, oh, really? Yeah.
Mm,
So she's
yep,
been
yep,
contacting this one person, and the conversation's gone on and on and on. We understand that
yep.
caring about where the pet's going, totally, totally cool. But this is almost to the stage of getting like the Secret Service coming and knocking on our doors. Like it needs. They want so much information. They want to ask so many questions. They want like you know
They want to. I mean, I can appreciate wanting
relationship
to
history
meet
for the
the
last
person.
13 years. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's
I
fine. Yeah, I get
appreciate wanting
that.
to meet the person, and that we don't know them. They don't know us. I guess from a bar of soap.
Hope they know
Although
bars
to
of
be
soap.
fair, getting to know a bar of soap is quite an intimate process.
Yeah, it is.
They don't know us any more than a stray shoe. Um,
I like.
but you know, I've described the situation. I've shared photos
Mhm.
of the intended household. I've described the situation of the household. I've described, and then this person just seems to revert back to questions I've already answered.
Yeah, I think there might be
You
something
know, and I
going
feel
on.
as though, are you looking for an out in like to basically just wait till the 11th hour and just not
I think they're probably just super
engage?
overwhelmed. Like they're just super overwhelmed. They're just asking him questions because
Mm.
that's the way the direction is on their mind. Like maybe they're not bringing in the information because that's not the question. Like maybe it's on the spectrum situation. So it's like, yes, you're giving me all this information,
Yeah,
great, but this is the only one I
yeah.
wanted, and then I need to go back and get that one again because then again you can
I
go back
mean,
and
I
look
guess
at text messages. It's all the messages.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So I get look, I do appreciate. I mean, yeah, I've did go through the process of rehoming a dog at one stage,
yeah,
and it was heartbreaking.
yeah. I know you
So
love your
look,
menagerie.
I yeah, you know me. I'd rather
Oh yeah,
Betty White would be my godmother if possible.
yeah.
Um, I would run a zoo if I could,
You would.
or a rescue shelter,
Yeah, you've always talked about doing that.
if better. Yeah, yeah.
Hobby farm,
So I don't know.
rescue
We
shelter,
shall have see. We shall have
pussies.
see. We shall have see. We shall
We
have
shall
see.
have we shall have see.
we shall we shall have see. We will
I'm
have to
into it.
see
Ah, oh my god,
how
my cream's gone everywhere.
if works out.
Premature.
What cream?
My itchy skin. It's premature. I just left it sitting there and then it goes up squeaking. I'm like, oh,
Do you know what?
premature.
I keep my okay. No more slapping the laptop.
And then it'll be called a
I did a
slap
little bit of
top.
reading. Yeah, my laptop's been naughty. Slap it down real hard. I did a little bit of
I'm
googling.
good.
That's not to say
Mm.
research, because research is a very defined academic activity.
Yes, but that's academic research.
Mm.
The
Well, no.
research
So
can be anything there. Like kids do
no,
research when they're in primary school.
for something to define as research,
I'm
it
red.
actually
Oh.
has to meet a certain criteria. Yeah.
Then what do kids
Um,
do when they're in?
they're looking up information.
Mm. And our teachers are wrong because they tell us to research.
So you would do like at uni when you're writing email, writing assignments and stuff. You have to meet a certain criteria when you're at university. So that's when you're
Yeah.
definitely doing research, because
Mm.
you've got to cite sources, you've got to make your arguments, you've got to have a full structure, and
References and
you are, there is a fair bit of reading that you have to do. So it is quite a specific thing that you're doing when you say research.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the point, I forgot what I was going to say.
And I actually don't have it either.
Hmm.
Normally, if you've forgotten
Did
what
you
I could
eat
say, I
chicken
can I
today?
grab it. I did eat some chicken today.
Did
I
you
haven't
eat the
eaten
chicken that I brought you yesterday?
the stuff that's in the fridge. There's still some left in the
Mm.
fridge, but I've been snacking on it. Yeah,
Mm.
I've been nomming. I've been nomming down, which is
Wunderbar.
good.
So what do you think of these sweet chili
I love them.
Southwest style chicken tenders?
I used to have them. So everyone has chicken tenders. They're like about this big. They've got the sweet chili flavor, and they've got like little bauble things on them that I used to think were rice crackers, but they're not. Um, they're delicious. I used to get them at a school near me, and you'd get that, and you'd have
Mm,
some sweet chili sauce and some lettuce and some mayo, and just wrap in like in a wrap, and it was like a cheap lunch, but it was so tasty, and like you can
yeah,
use it hot or cold either way. So I've been eating that, and they're so
yeah.
good. Just reminds me of a simpler time when I was studying 2 diplomas at a time and working full
Simpler.
time.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
It was the blurst of times, stupid monkey.
Little bit of Dickens for you there, just randomly.
And mine was Simpsons.
Tale of Two Cities, I think, is the opening lines.
Yeah,
What are we talking
as
about?
a try.
Rescuing cats. Oh, there was. I was actually going to make a point.
Rescuing
What was
cats,
the
getting cats, and you were talking about um, research. You were doing research, and then we
No,
talked
you
about the
brought
thing of
something up,
research.
and I wanted to tell you about it specifically because I was like, oh, I must tell you about this, and it's escaped me.
And you didn't tell me at the exact moment that it happened. Are you okay? Are you feeling ill? You didn't contact me straight away, text me, call me, send me a carrier pigeon, nothing like that.
Look, look. You know,
Are we breaking up?
I had a momentary lapse.
Yeah, apparently. Jeez, I thought you loved me.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going off
do.
screen. I can't
What are
deal
you
with this
talking
anymore.
about? What are you saying? Excuse me. What's going on here? What are you talking about?
I don't know
Trying to
anymore.
back me into a corner. I do not appreciate that.
You know I like
What's
backing
going
people into things.
on? Oh God. Anyway. Um. Yes. So initially, I'm getting slowly. I'm getting an understanding of Discord, which is
Yes.
disconcerting to say the least. Initially,
Discombobulating. Mm-hmm.
a little. Yes, I am. Oh, that's right. I did my homework. It's a bit vain, but that's okay. I actually listened to a couple of our previous episodes.
Oh, yes. You went, God,
Yes,
we are
and
fucking magnificent.
pardon?
You said, God, we are fucking magnificent.
Oh, I'm sure that was a passing thought at some point. Yes.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But I actually, I, I sort of went, oh, we kind of touched on that, and then you shared the video and we did something else, and so I looked back at kind of combined two streams of inquiry that we discussed earlier.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
The first being periods, and the second being older terms, like out of use, like
Yes.
uh,
English language has been kind of pushed
yes,
aside
older
from old.
terminology for things.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Mm.
I actually found this really interesting. There's a website or a group called Clue.
Clue.
Helloclue.com.au is the site. I
Okay.
don't exactly know I'm not sure what their purpose is and what they do, but
Say hello to clues,
they
apparently.
ran, pardon?
To say hello to clues, apparently.
They ran a survey, an
Okay.
open survey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with they basically this is back in 2017. So
Right.
2016, 2017. Helloclue.com ran a survey that was across. It was an international survey, 190 countries, and they discovered that through the survey there were over 5,000 euphemisms for how to describe the word period.
Well, no one wants to say it, do they?
5,000.
Yeah, they really don't want to say it. Really badly.
Mm.
Make up a
Yeah,
million
yeah,
other things, yeah.
and lots of them are very. You require like you need to know a fair bit about the culture and
Yeah, okay.
education of the place. And so they published, I think, about the top 40,
Hmm. Do you have
and the
any of
top
them
40
in your
was
mind?
sorry, the top 40 was split across German, French,
Mm-hmm.
Italian, Danish, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, Japanese,
Okay.
Spanish, Russian, Portuguese, and then obviously some English ones as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, I thought okay, my German is terrible, so I'm not going to bother with that. My French is even worse. My Italian is not passable, nor my Danish, and I
I,
definitely don't know any Chinese
I'd be
or
French and Spanish. I
Japanese.
could possibly do. Possibly. It's been a while.
Okay, so what I was going to suggest is so my new, and this is a very intentional use of the word, research mission
Mm.
is to obtain a list of those 5,000 euphemisms.
Ooh.
So I would like to see that published so that we can see what, you know, the 190 plus countries
Mm.
use,
What they call it.
what the international, community uses, and then how many commonalities there are, and do like a comparison, the linguistics and the visuals and things like that. That I think would be very interesting to see.
That
I've
would be
talked about
awesome.
universal language or a global language before.
Yeah, we're both very interested in language and how it all works and things like that.
Yeah,
We talk about
yeah.
it quite a
So
lot,
I thought,
not
yeah,
just
well,
on
I thought it'd be
podcasts.
an
Yeah.
interesting, yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to see what happens of this.
Mm.
Yeah, so they launched they launched the survey. Oh, so here's another one. There's sorry. Look, what I'll do is we'll
Any
have
more
a look at
hands?
some of the articles,
Mm.
the reference information that I've found as starting points, and then we'll just have to go a digging
I love it.
when
I
that
love doing
comes.
research. You know that.
Yeah, well, I
I
think
get
this
so
is a rabbit
excited.
hole.
I love
I
rabbit
think this
holes,
is a rabbit hole we both enjoy.
and I hate
You know,
rabbits.
this is
So,
a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit warren. You know
like
what I mean? We're gonna
foxhole.
disappear into this like rabbit hole like nothing else, and see where it comes up. And so, what I would like us to do is,
Hmm.
I would actually like us to research and publish a comprehensive period dictionary.
Be into it. 100%. You know I'm into it. You
Yeah,
know. You just have to say I think that we
so
should.
I
I'll be
thought,
like, yep, let's do it. Yeah, but
I think I'm with you.
yeah, I think I'm there. No problem. But
Yeah,
you
I
don't need
think
you to do anything. Well, if you
great.
do, I'm there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
100%.
So I was like, okay, so this is going to be, and I feel as though talking about outdated language and all the rest of it, and the evolution of language and euphemisms and slang and all the rest of it. I was like,
Yeah.
this will be interesting to see how many of these things translate across cultures and how
Mm.
much commonality there is. Because one of the things that I already noticed is, you know, that I've got that thing at the moment,
The
or
thing.
that,
Yeah.
just that, the word that
Yeah.
is a very nondescript, very specific way of saying I've got my period.
Yeah. I've got the.
And
Mm.
it's across different cultures. Like I've noticed it's in Chinese, it's in German. Like even just the and from my own culture as well, we say I've got that thing as well. Like
Yes.
and to be honest with you, I was never raised with the actual term. So I'm going to consciously make the decision to go and find out what it is
I love it. I'm so into it.
and
That sounds really
integrate it
exciting.
into my vocabulary. And then just as an aside, I did just I did a Google search. I entered into the search bar
Hmm.
comprehensive slang list for period, and it come up with Reddit. And I went, all right, let's see what Reddit's got to do. So 5 years ago, same thing, euphemisms for period, 60 comments. A year ago, 50 comments. 2 years ago, 150 comments. 9 months ago, 250 comments. 12 years ago, 2,900 comments.
Jesus.
13 years ago, 70 comments.
Yeah.
7 months ago, 400 comments. So I feel as though the one that's got like close to 3,000 comments there,
Mm.
that will be a treasure trove of creating a database of menstrual slang.
Definitely a menstrual
What are we going to
slang.
call it? The menstrual slang Bible?
It sounds awesome. We'll have to think of something. Like we'll have to go through and have a whole
I
pile of
think
different things.
that's not a
Maybe
bad.
it's
Yeah, the
not
menstrual
bad,
slang
but I
Bible.
reckon
I think
I
that's a
think we can do
great.
better. I think we can do better.
Really? I don't know. I think
Yeah.
we'd piss off a lot of people.
I
Bible,
can't.
like people who are biblical, do like religious people don't like talking about periods,
No, they also don't
right?
like.
So adding a
They
religious
don't like
reference in there,
us. They hate
yeah.
us. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel bad for them.
So I think yes, or I don't know, maybe even I don't know, but I definitely like the word using Bible in there
I like Bible.
because
I'm 100% down with. I think that we can probably get something a little
okay,
bit cheekier, maybe something in like a, oh yeah, just something to really kind of something that's just going to smash us in the tits.
yeah,
You know, I love
and
things smashing us in the tits.
between it's like it needs to offend enough people, raise some eyebrows,
Give
and
people a giggle and make people a little, yeah,
oh
maybe give
yeah,
them a
it
little
needs to
blush.
make women go, I'm so getting that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna get that for my
Yeah, yeah.
friend. I'm gonna get that for my mum. I'm gonna get that for my
Oh, we're gonna
neighbor.
have so much merchandise come out of this adventure. I feel as though this is going to be how we're going to be. We are copyrighting that. Anybody copies that, we
Done.
know where you heard it first.
Right here, babies. Right here.
Right here, right now. You do this, we're on you like Donkey Kong.
On you like
But yes,
me on. No, I'm not gonna. Me on.
Velcro, shit
Enter
on
something.
Velcro.
Shit on Velcro. Hey, Callie, how you
Have you not heard
doing?
that? Have you not heard that?
Shit on Velcro. No.
It's terrible. But yes, so I feel like we could do like the menstrual slang Bible, the historical issue, or volume 1 and then volume
Yeah.
2, and just read
Yeah.
our way back through history and across
Quest for more
time
money.
and space. So history and the world. What do you think?
I like it. I love 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 it. I don't know how many more times I can say I love it. Hi.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi. I can just see this hi, and I'm trying to figure out why my Firebot isn't making the beep beeps. So I was just looking at that, and then I look up and it's just hi. How you doing, Callie? We're talking about words. Words. Period.
Slang,
Bam.
slang for menstruation. Yes, because we talked
Menstruation.
about had this discussion previously, and Kenzie had put the effort into making a 10-minute video, and
I did.
I didn't. You raised that you wanted to discuss that, and I didn't feel
Oh,
that
it's
I
still
was in the
here.
right mindset to. You know, I know, but I didn't feel that I was in the right mindset to give it, the attention it was like it deserved.
Oh, you're going to be really
And
disappointed
so,
to stop deserve attention.
no, I'm not. I'm not. So I feel as though we can do an episode once we've done a little bit more groundwork.
Yeah.
And we can mesh our love of women's things with archaic and out of use terminology, and do an episode where we can sort of discuss this stuff and talk about, all these
The
things.
women and
And
archaic
sadly,
stuff, the time and place, but we're not going to get murdered for it.
sorry.
I said we can get archaicness and things to do with women in a time and talk about it in a time and place that we're not going to get murdered for it.
Oh yeah, that would be the modern day. In modern
Time
day,
and
we say
place.
modern day.
Place. Because some people in the world still aren't allowed to.
Well, most places in the modern world.
Yeah.
So just to give Callie the heads up, Callie's just made a comment about our sound. Today we're running through Discord, both of us.
Oh yeah, I think it was because my Firebob wasn't working, so that was like a Twitch technical difficulty. I have so many like
I see.
we love Twitch and everything about them is wonderful.
I am, yes, okay, glad to hear that.
Yeah.
We still love Twitch. Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the other thing I want to do is I also want to revisit the out of use language and terminology, because that's also like I said earlier, we love language.
We do
like
love language.
Words.
We do play
do.
with them quite a lot.
And yes, so I feel as though we need to do a little bit more foundation work on, these expressions and things. So I feel as though we should probably not touch on those topics until we've actually done some. We can have a discussion around them that at least starts
Yeah.
to give them some justice.
But no, have a full like a full episode of just talking about all that sort of stuff. So try to stay away from the topics beforehand, so we don't actually bring out other stuff, and we can just go smash
Yeah.
everyone with our period knowledge and words.
Actually make an attempt at a professional production.
What?
We could have Cat Ladies Conversation.
Aggression. Yeah.
Official, uncensored, and censored. No, official, uncensored, and official.
And I will-
Uncensored is
yeah,
us talking randomly
yeah.
about everything and swearing.
I normally have that as raw on YouTube. If anyone looks,
Oh,
if it says raw and unedited,
that.
that's just us talking. If it
Oh.
says other stuff, then I've moved stuff around and cut things out and done hours and hours and hours of effort, which is why most of them are raw. And I still cut things out of raw as well, like things that we're not supposed to have said, or breaks, or any of the kinky sex we get up to, with or without each
I
other.
think we should still be able. I think we should still be able to put that up.
I think I don't know. I don't know what YouTube's rules are. I don't get monetized anyway, so does it really matter? The chick shags on a TV
Put
show.
it under my profile because I barely use it. All I do is watch things on YouTube with it, so we can put on my profile and see what happens.
Pornography. Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant.
I
Brilliant.
mean, the worst.
Kelly
worst
suggested we
captions about
just
making a
mute
profile.
me. That's Kelly suggested we just mute me and then have you. And I told Kelly to shush.
No.
And now I'm gonna throw peanuts at her. I'm gonna drive to her house and just throw peanuts. I don't know which one her bedroom window is. It might be a bit of trial and error.
No, we're not. We're not muting anybody. Thank you very much.
I'm hungry too. I'm hungry. I should eat some food. It's weird.
I'm just gonna make a slight adjustment. Is that any better?
Me too.
The
You sound lovely.
sound.
Yeah, you sounds fine.
Kelly's complaining.
Callie's just having a whinge. She's but not about the sound. She's complaining just about us because she's poking us. She's poking us with love.
Oh, she's poking the
And
bear.
sometimes hate and regret.
I see. I went to the zoo on the weekend.
Callie's being funny. That's what Callie
Oh,
said.
Callie's not complaining. Callie's just being, air quotes, funny.
Funny.
I like that.
I think you're funny, Callie.
Sorry, we were talking about poking the bear just then, and I went to the local zoo here, and I saw a sun bear, and I
Did
was
you
saying
poke
to the
it?
children that I went with,
Hmm.
no, I didn't. I probably would have lost a limb. You know, sun bears are actually more aggressive than grizzly bears and polar bears. I'm pretty sure they are the Napoleon, like the Napoleon of the bear world, because they're so little.
Oh, I
Like,
get you. I was going, what they want to.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
it a hat? No.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll cut you. You look at me
Whoa.
sideways. I'll cut you. Yeah, right. I'll cut you. I'll really cut you.
I
So
can't
yeah,
hear what you're
but they're
saying
so
at the
cute
moment
though.
because I think I've turned all the. Yeah, I have. I've turned all the sound off my computer. It's just like
Excellent.
smashes me in the head. Wow. Like
What did
fucking
you
my ears.
do?
No, all of a sudden you got really, really loud in my ears and it was just like screaming in my headphones. So I pressed the button to turn it down.
Oh,
And because my sound's all muxed up, like it's loud through my headphones until it gets to zero. Like just normally, like I can watch TV on like 1 with my headphones on. So it got down and then it went to 0 and I couldn't hear you, but I was trying to fix it up so that, and then this conversation happened. And this is very useful. But yeah, no, it's going through fine in the program. It's going through fine. I don't need to worry about that. It was just, yeah. So I've got that set up. It was just because the Discord to my ears. Discord to my ears. Discord to my ears.
so I did a little bit of reading about wireless headphones, and recording and stuff, and essentially they are not the best.
They're not the
So
best.
no, because they drop in and out and they lose connectivity, which is kind of what happened just then. And
Oh
they
yeah.
also tend to fluctuate. So I was like, oh, get
She,
myself some cabled ones then, shall I?
yeah,
Yes.
or get gaming ones. Or do what I've got to do.
Oh,
I've got the
I've got.
headset and the mic. So to have them separate, then it doesn't really matter.
Oh no, I have a wired headset plus the microphone.
But your mic,
Um,
oh yeah, but your headset's cutting out or your mic's cutting out.
sorry, no, your headsets are cutting out. Yeah.
What do you mean? I can hear everything. I turned it down because I turned down the volume because it was yelling in my ears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's why that happens. Yeah, because the sound just got really loud all of a sudden. Ignore the critique. It's rubbish. I've been using wireless headphones for over a decade. I've been using wireless headphones for over a decade, and
I've
you
been
haven't
using
actually.
wireless headphones for the only
But you haven't
additional.
critiqued it, love. You haven't said it's good or bad. You just said you've been using it, and we're very proud of you. But
No,
it's not
I
critique.
said I did some reading.
No.
I did
This,
some
I'm talking to
reading and
Callie. Because Callie's saying that
Oh, I
they've been
see.
using wireless headphones for over a decade, and
Okay.
then ignore the critique. I'm like, but there's no critique. You have to critique it, then we can ignore it. Now you were doing some research.
I was doing some reading,
Really? Yes.
and I found that professional sound people
Mhm.
will use wired headphones over wireless ones,
Oh yeah.
specifically because of dropout and lag and fluctuations between, um, sound volume and all the rest of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why lots of these have a plug for wired as well, so you can.
Mm.
It's got yeah, there you go. It's got like all these different plugs on the side here.
Yeah, yeah.
Got heaps of different plugs, so you can plug it
Another
in
thing I
using different
realized.
things to plug it into different machines and all this kind of stuff. Like these are the
Yeah,
cheapest
totally.
good ones.
The other thing I realized is with these the wired ones, they
Mm.
don't run out of power.
Yeah,
You can
because the
So
power comes from the
essentially
computer
the
into you.
wire.
Yeah,
Exactly. So even though it may not look the greatest,
yeah,
but
they're good.
the cable itself powers the headphones, so you never have to worry about dropping out mid sentence or To be fair though, my watch has told me it needs recharging, so like, hey, you get to go on the charger tonight. Yeah, but
Ridiculous.
there's nothing. I think I was speaking to you through wireless headphones today,
Mm.
and then you're like, I can't hear you, and I'm
And all of
like,
a sudden I couldn't hear you.
oh,
It's just like crazy.
they
Yeah,
bastards don't want to play ball.
yeah. It's always weird how they do that. They just all of a sudden just go, no, I don't want to do it. And all that kind of stuff. It's weird. Just weird.
Oh, anyway. So we had a chicken escapade last night,
We did. It was
and what did we
delightful
play?
and delicious.
Mm.
Delightful and delicious. I love chicken. You know what I
small
did?
humans say about that?
Well, he
Tell
said
me.
about chicken. Oh, I was just going to bring up something completely different, and then I realized we're talking about chicken. I'll bring it up after the chicken
Mm,
conversation. Um,
okay, go ahead.
yes, she said chicken. She didn't say anything about it. Oh, about you, about last night.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's like, when is she coming back? Whinge, whinge, whinge. I
It's
love
like
her more than you.
cute.
Oh yeah, she's been in love with you. She's like, yeah, she's like my second. She's my second mum. I'm like, eh, I don't.
A
Uh,
bit soon.
you know, you know what? I'm okay with it.
Okay,
It's just,
all
yeah,
right.
that's it. That's what. Yeah, because I said you're fairy godmother. So she went
Mm,
second mum. Logically makes sense. And then I was like,
okay.
she asked me what it meant, and I said, that's another
Yeah,
adult that you go to for everything. If you can't talk to me about something, you talk to her. You could,
yeah, yeah.
if you need something or if you, have nowhere to go, that's where you go. That's another rock for you. She's like, oh, cool.
It's the person that you can talk to that
If you
will
can't,
never give you judgment. The
exactly.
person that you talk to, essentially, that will give you the advice. If you're in prison, what is it? Have you heard the expression? The rules for this weekend is don't add to the population, don't reduce, deduct from the population, and if you end up in prison, establish dominance quickly.
No, but I love it, except for the one of them.
Yeah. Have you not heard that before?
I have not, but
Oh,
telling me not to detract from the population is a bit mean. I think that's a bit judgy, and I
so
think that
don't
we should
add,
really.
don't detract,
I'm okay
and
with
you
not
end up in
adding.
jail.
That's fine.
Mm.
But what if I? Okay, I won't kill anyone
No,
this weekend.
we had this actually. We had this discussion with the small human last night that we do not do things that will get you in jail long term, and we also
Yes.
don't talk about them to certain groups of people because they may not have a sense of humor.
Yeah, yeah. There was a few
Yeah, what was it?
few bits about that
What was
today.
it
So
they said?
that for
For
someone
someone who
who
lives in a very flammable house, you
yeah,
talk a lot.
for someone who yeah, for someone who talks a lot of crap, you certainly live in a really
Mm,
flammable house.
yeah,
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
whoa,
I hadn't heard
whoa.
that before.
What?
She must have heard it. I mean, they must have heard it from YouTube or something. Like, they must have.
I don't know.
But then
I don't
again,
know. My friend's 3-year-old niece um, said to her 10-year-old son, they were hanging out, and he said something to her about doing something he asked, or he wouldn't be her friend, and he went, and so the 3-year-old went, hmm, but won't you?
yeah.
And she
Oh, I
basically
think you
just
will
owned him,
though.
like as if to
Yeah.
say, as if you'd actually like, what are you talking about? We both know that's not going to happen. This same 10-year-old also came up with the expression, you're a really big man in a very small way.
That cuts deep.
I know.
Wow.
I mean, like, that's cruel, man. That's harsh. Like,
These kids these
whoa.
days, they are way
I,
too off the chain.
I know.
Kelly's written a few things. Kelly hadn't heard that saying either, and some of the population should probably be subtracted. And I said, yes, I agree. And yeah, and yes, Kelly, Tiny did say that. Tiny is a sociopath and needs to be stopped. But also, not right now, because we've got stuff to do in the next couple of days. So, um, got to balance
I can't go to
expectations
jail. I'm
here.
too busy.
It's
I
pretty
can't go to
much, yeah,
jail, have kids, or die. I'm too busy.
too busy. So I'm a bit busy there. That's what the Chinese said about having a retirement plan is that she's they're going to find someone they don't like when they're older and either get offed or off them, and the retirement plan is to go to prison or be dead.
Oh my God. I
I
was
mean,
watching
to be honest, it's pretty solid. It's a solid plan.
oh,
I mean, I'm thinking about doing it in about
do
two
you know that
years.
I've become I've become a bit of a
Much like a
Amazon
mother, yes.
Prime whore.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sorry,
Oh, it's just,
sorry.
huh?
You,
What was
you were
that?
saying something and I spoke over you. I do apologize.
Oh, that's right. I just said, so what Kelly said, Kelly wrote much like her mother. And I just said, yes. Much like her mother, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Um, I was going to say, speaking about what you were just speaking about, where someone's like, I'm going to off them off myself, and whatever. Um, I've become an Amazon Prime um documentary Wahor,
Or
and Wahor, yes,
Woohor. Oh, Woohor. Because we
Wahor,
want to make sure the
Wahor.
W is in there. It needs some of the special
Yeah, the
special.
W is not silent when I say it. No.
No, it's really not. And you do really get the W. You do.
Yeah, Wahor.
I don't know what that means.
Um,
I don't know. But
it
it's
was
some
in
sort of
Singapore.
innuendo. It's something.
No, it
No,
was,
but
yeah.
yeah.
And I was actually. Oh no, sorry, I lie. I lie. There is an American solicitor on Instagram. Okay, so the bit about me being a documentary, I can be easily paid to watch documentaries back to back with, legs in the air and assume the position till the end of time. Thank you very much for coming. Um, but I actually, the anecdote that I want to share with you is actually, I follow an American solicitor lawyer on Instagram, and
Mhm.
he talks about how he wasn't defending this person, but he heard the story, and so he made a bit of a clip about it. He made a reel.
Mhm.
Excuse me. And what he talked about was there was this particular woman. Um, she was diagnosed with a terminal cancer,
Mhm.
and she got fired because because her employer went, "Well, you're using too much of your insurance benefits," and this was in the United States. And excuse me. And so anyway, so she basically conducted a whole series of low level burglaries.
Mhm.
She managed to rob a couple of banks,
Yeah, I
but
remember this
allowed
one. Yeah.
herself to get caught,
Yeah.
and pleaded guilty.
Yeah.
And the judge went, "Why did you do this?" And she went, "Well, basically, I will get better health care and
Yeah.
be given housing and treated better
You get
in
food.
the jail system
Mm,
than out."
exactly.
And he sentenced her to like 5 years or whatever, and she recovered. And the judge said to her, "So if you recover, what
Yeah.
happens then?" She goes, "Well, then I've gotten all my medical treatment and my accommodation for free. I'm fine." And he goes,
Yeah, I
"Well,"
don't need to.
and then he goes, "But what happens if you get out and you relapse?" And she goes, "Well, I'll just rob again, won't I?"
Mhm.
And he went, 5 years.
I love it. That's awesome.
He
It's really
sentenced her
cute.
to 5 years. I was like, you know what? I don't know how much, like, I don't know what medical treatment that I would need and how long I'd need to stay in for, and what sort of crime spree I'd have to go on in order to get incarcerated to get that sort of
Well,
health
you need to do
treatment. Like,
research beforehand, for sure.
yeah, was this premeditated? No, it was not. Nodding my head, but also shaking it and winking at the same time. Yes. Was this premeditated? No.
No, exactly. All right, let's go back
Says
to
the
the chat for a
horse,
sec.
nodding
Yeah.
its head.
Let's see what got
Sorry.
some stuff in chat. I've just got some stuff in chat. So what have we
Hmm.
got? Kelly said, well, by the time she's an adult, the world's probably going to be on fire in some way or another. So she's probably going to be the post-apocalyptic Raider Queen. That would not surprise me the slightest. And I fully endorse this. Tiny for Raider Queen. Go for gold. 100%. Oh, look at my new container. Look at this. Look at this. It's cute. Oh, you can't see. There you go. Got it put in front of me. I went and saw Beetlejuice 2 today. Beetlejuice.
How was it?
I love Beetlejuice. It was look, it was enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. It was it really did hold closely to the original, like it did do it justice. But also they tried to put too much storyline into a much too small space, and they really missed out
Was
on
it
one
like
storyline which would have been fucking phenomenal. And
was it like a 1.5 hour film when it should
yeah,
have been two?
it was like 1 hour and 47 minutes or something. But there's this one character
Oh,
who is
mm,
absolutely gorgeous, and you
yep.
see as soon as you see her on screen, you're like, what in the devil? I need to know everything about this person. And the intro is great. And then literally she's there to change her outfit twice and say a few things in an accent, and then that's it. Like, not utilized at all. And that was really upsetting. Um, but I'm trying not to give any spoilers or anything like that, because I think everyone should go see it. And there was, a dance number like they did in the original. But I felt it was too. I haven't really decided what word to use yet. Kind of a bit, maybe too long, maybe not poignant enough, maybe too long, too short, too this, too that. I haven't quite figured out exactly what
Were
too
they
it
trying
is.
too hard?
Yeah,
So
and I was talking to the person I went to see
meet
it with.
if not better the original?
Yeah, I don't know, but I was talking to the person went to see it with, and we were of the
Yep.
same thing. Like there was something, but couldn't like, because I was going, maybe it was too long. They were like, no, well, I think it was good. I liked the fact they did this. And I'm like, yeah, and like, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of, we still didn't come to a conclusion of what. I think we just got distracted. But yeah, it was good. It was really enjoyable. Everyone should definitely go see it. And I will do a full review as well later on.
Would you like me to tell you something shocking?
I would. Is it called Electricity?
No, it's got to do with Beetlejuice.
How many times have we
I
said it now?
haven't seen the original.
I've said three. Really? You haven't seen the original Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice. Oh, it was so much
Nope.
fun. Like,
No, I have
just
not.
don't take it seriously. Love it. Michael Keaton is. Do you know it was actually meant to be a horror to start off with? It was meant to be like a proper horror. And they just, no. They started doing it and they just couldn't.
Was Tim Burton the director of the original one?
I'm going to do this
Have I dropped
because
out?
I should know that. And I think the answer is yes, but I don't want to say it in case it's not.
Okay, I lost you for about 10 seconds there.
Was I going like this? Because I didn't make a noise then. I was just going,
No,
yes.
whatever you said after I said was Tim Burton the
I said,
the
yeah,
director? After
and
that,
then just
you
made
gone.
faces. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably about right.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it was Tim Burton.
You don't know?
No, it
It
was
was,
Tim Burton.
okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was.
I saw Michael Keating did an interview with one of the American talk show hosts, one of the white guys that does, the Late Show or the Late Late Show or whatever it is.
The slightly out of time show.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is, but I know it's the one that used to be hosted at an obscene. Oh, my brain's like it's shutdown time. My brain is like,
Yeah.
we're not doing things that we normally do, so we should shut down. And also the weather's like the light is changing, so my sleep patterns are out of whack, and so my brain's going, we're not supposed to be thinking right now. That's for like in 12 hours time. What are you doing? So Michael Keating, obviously, so for some reason, okay, is he in the new movie?
Yeah. Beetlejuice.
He is. Okay, right. So that would explain him doing the promo stuff. So he was, I think he was on the Batman film set, and some production guy goes, Michael, you got to see this, and he calls his kid over who was like cycling past or whatever, and the kid pulls out this like full Beetlejuice sleeve. Pardon me. And the kid's like, and Michael Keating's like looking at it going, wow, that's amazing. That's so great. The kid's like, when I say kid, he was like a young man. He's like, are you done?
Yeah.
And he just rides off. And I'm like, and Michael Keating goes, could you just imagine him sort of taking off on his bicycle because he was riding his push bike. Too cool, BMXing, whatever. Could you imagine sort of getting about, a kilometer or two down the road and going, hey, was that? Oh, it's great, man.
That's so funny.
He goes, it was that. So Michael Keating goes, it was the best Beetlejuice tattoo he'd ever seen.
That would be very, very cool.
It was so good. Yeah, he did. He genuinely says that he admired the artistry of this actual the artistry of this particular tattoo, and he was blown away. And he's like, yeah, this guy. I think it was on the guy's calf, so he was kind of like put out because he's like showing these guys. He's like on his bike, showing his leg off, going, "Are you guys done? Like, can I go?"
Yeah, it'd be really weird.
School going, I'm finished with detention. I want to leave. And doesn't realize that the really cool teacher just sort of gave them 100%.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
what have we got in chat?
Kelly
has said that it wasn't bad, but it could have been better. That the movie, yeah, definitely. Which is that's exactly how I feel. I really enjoyed it. I will watch it again. It will end up being one of my little happy place movies, but I think that they didn't utilize the main the one side character. Oh, you haven't seen it, okay? I've seen the first one.
I haven't seen any. So,
but
is
yes,
Beetlejuice based on a comic or a book? Like, what's the source material?
I honestly have no idea. Didn't look into that. You think I would know, wouldn't you? But for some reason, my brain's just not. It's not doing it. Beetlejuice, I can tell you it exists.
Let's put that on our list of things to follow up on.
I'm not doing the review now. Yeah.
I mean, like, as in, we're like, okay, let's come back around to this and be like, okay, so we talked about this and we decided we're going to look this up, and hey, we found this out. And
I'll do it right now. Yeah, Beetlejuice
Yeah,
is a
okay.
1988 dark fantasy horror comedy movie. It was directed by Tim Burton.
1980, the
1988.
Australian Year of Centenary.
Woohoo! The
Bicentenary. My bad. Bicentenary.
bicentenary.
Mhm.
What else have we got? I can't tell you too much about it because well, I mean,
Oh, the
you have
original
to
one.
watch the
Like,
movie.
remember what
Yeah,
I
it
said?
has Gina
Yeah,
Davis
yeah.
in it
Remember what I
and
said last week about
Alec Baldwin.
it's not always about the destination. It's about the journey.
Yeah. So Alec
And that's
Baldwin
what
and
makes
Gina
me think
Davis
of
play a
great
beautiful couple.
lesbian.
It does indeed.
Say
They
again.
play a lovely couple. They said Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin play a couple. They move into a lovely house, and then they end up shuffling off the mortal coil. And by the time they find their way back as ghosts, these other people have come into their house, including a little baby
Did
Winona
you
Ryder.
say? Did you say shucking off or
No,
shuffling off?
shuffling. I didn't say shucking.
Shuffling. Because shucking is what you do to an oyster when you're
Oyster.
trying to
Yeah, they're not
suck the.
oysters. That's what you're.
Because I was like, they shucked off to the off the mortal coil. That sounds very kinky.
It does. Oh my
And
god,
a
I hate
very
people sticker
interesting way to
bars.
go. I want it. Can I choose? Can I have that on my to-go menu, please?
Yeah, I'll be
Can I
sucked off this
shuck
mortal
off
coil,
mortal
thank you.
coil?
I'll be sucked off.
I'd like to be shucked off, please.
You can be shucked, I'll be sucked.
Can I be
And
shucked off, please?
you want to be shucked
Shuck
too?
you. Oh,
You were
it
saying what I was
sounds
saying, yeah.
offensive, but really it's just a way of eating. Oh, nope. Inside thought. Inside thought. Inside thought. Oh, ooh.
Funny.
Sorry.
Um,
My brain decided to go on a segue and it's riding off into the distance and I'm gesturing madly for it to come back and I don't know that I'm being successful.
I just took some painkillers and hopefully they kick in soon because I'm dying. Oh, one
What
second.
are you dying from?
Huh?
What
What?
are you dying from?
Oh, pain? Sinus? Just general ennui?
General unwell?
Ennui. And
Ennui?
unwell. Ennui?
Ennui? Are you trying to be... Oh, I can see your skeleton now. I mean the shirt. The skeleton on the shirt. I don't mean your skeleton because that would be really awkward.
Oh, the one in the cupboard?
Lord.
The one in the cupboard coming out, is it?
The fluoro thing on your shirt.
I know, it's cool. It's green. I'm trying to get more green stuff.
Green.
I get more green.
Why? Why green?
Because it's good colour. It shows up really nicely on camera.
Is it glow in the dark?
No, because then it would be glowing. It's just green.
I feel like there was a very long lead up. It's like, no.
I don't know. Why not light green? Well, what do you mean, why not light green? I just said green. I didn't say dark green. I just said green. Putting words into my mouth.
Darling, you're speaking to an artiste. I'm all about the hues, the tones, and the shades, darling.
We'll go sea foam. How about that?
Sorry?
Seafoam green.
Sea
We'll go
foam?
seafoam, yeah.
Sea foam is not green.
Oh, I know. I
I've
think
got
it
a
should
pussy
be.
in my face again. Good lord.
Lucky. Vanessa, yeah. Okay. Yes, so that's the
So,
sick.
so you know the feline that's currently incarcerated at the vet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
her litter mate is currently now walking across my mobile phone, my laptop, and across my headphones, trying to get cuddles.
Aww, it probably misses the other
She's being
babies.
an upside down. She's being an upside down tummy slut this evening. You
Any
like
kind
that
of
expression? Upside down tummy slut.
Yep, any kind of slut is okay by me.
Okay, why I don't understand why I have a problem saying the word whore, and to say it as whore, but slut is fine.
Well, I don't know. I can say either of those words. Maybe because of the maybe because of the derogatory. I suppose either of them have derogatory connotations to some people.
Oh, what was
But
that?
also, you know,
She stood on the laptop. Sorry. Fuck, what is she doing?
trying to type a novel.
Am I still here?
Yep.
Great. Okay. She stood on something, and then it sounded like it made a medical device noise, and I went, "That's not good."
We did nothing on this
But we're
end.
still here.
I'm going to duck off for a second so you can keep talking. I'm just going to bugger off. Oh, gotta take some pills.
You're leaving me to get off the computer. You're leaving me to fight my pussy alone. Not cool. You haven't muted your microphone yet. Cat, Kenzie, microphone, headphones, darling. Oh, am I shush too? Probably. Okay. So everything I'm saying is one-sided. That's hilarious. So nobody else knows what I'm doing or talking. Oh, speaking of which, actually, the other thing I wanted to tell you about was I got onto the Gutenberg library and downloaded some old school Gutenberg project, old school horror stories for you. Mama, that was a charming belch. Okay, let me go and find this. So there was horror stories. Nope, horror has 10. 10. Binary. Horror. HORROR. So I found on the Gutenberg library. So there is I can't remember what it's called. It's like license free, royalty free, whatever it is, where you can actually like read things and talk about them and all the rest of it. And you won't get done for copyright, essentially. So so I didn't know this, but the Fall of the House of Usher is actually an Edgar Allan Poe piece of work. And I was like, oh my God, that is amazing. I believe that I will need to now commit my life to the work of Edgar Allan Poe. So I was actually looking for.
About bloody time.
What do you mean? As in getting onto you do remember? Okay, so let me just sort of set let me set the scene for you, right? At the age of 10, I was sent to work in a bakery. My parents are migrants to an English-speaking country. I'm catching up on things that you took for granted as a child. And I'm in my 40s. So about bloody time can go take a walk, can go shuck itself off a fucking short clear. Weir. Pier. They're all valid words. Anyway, doesn't matter. Here we go. 25 short ghost stories was what I wanted to tell you about. And it's a compilation from hang on, let me just get myself in order here, darling. A moment, please, if you would. Here we go. 25 ghost stories by W. Bob Holland. Originally printed or copyrighted in 1904. And the stories include The Black Cat, The Flayed Hand, The Vengeance of a Tree. That sounds kind of weird. The Parlor Car Ghost. Ghost of Buckstown Inn. Buckstown. As in B-U-C-K. The Burglar's Ghost. A Phantom Toe. So I was going to basically say to you, which one of these should we go through and see who does... Let's do a comparative reading, darling. But you'd need to practice these beforehand, sort of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course, that makes perfect sense.
But yeah.
No, what I was saying,
yeah,
what I meant with that, with the time, is because we've been talking, I've been talking about it since we met.
What's that?
Edgar Allan Poe. That's what I was saying when I went about time, because I was like, oh yeah, we've talked about it heaps. Well, I've talked about it.
Huh.
Liz hasn't.
Don't know if it was always at me, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not always at you. I talk about it all the time. Definitely
also,
not always at you.
Night of the Living Dead apparently is an out of license thingo, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But anyway,
I don't know anything about that one.
But yes, there's so many interesting stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, we could do readings of the works of Edgar Allan Poe and discuss those from a literary perspective.
You could.
So there's the String of Pearls, or A Barber of Fleet Street, a domestic romance.
Sweeney Todd.
Peckett's Priest and James Malcolm Reamer. Yeah, so there's the Room in the Tower and other stories. There's so many, oh my God, yeah, okay, words. The Book of Werewolves. That one I definitely want us to have a look through in more detail.
Sounds awesome.
That would be so much fun. Yeah,
Definitely.
totally. Oh yeah. So and Yeah, and there's ghost stories here. Um, there's one called Four Weird Tales.
Mm.
The Jewel. Yeah, so the Jewel of Seven. It's Scottish ghost stories. Okay, so neither of us could do convincing Scottish accents, but it would be a challenge nonetheless. I feel as though it would be our duty to try and our duty to equally fail.
Yeah, definitely. Be
So
fun.
yes. Anyway, yes. So I will share these links to you. Just I love the Gutenberg Library. There's also another one called Round the Fire Stories by Arthur
Mm.
Conan Doyle.
Yep.
Mm.
All good.
The House of the Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
George Sylvester and there's also they also do region based stuff. So I found a whole bunch of works around Slavic and Russian folklore.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Very, 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 very interesting. So the idea of a budalak and oh god, there's another one that I can't think of it right now, but they actually came from Slavic folklore,
Mm-hmm.
Eastern and Western folklore.
Mm-hmm.
Russian stories, things like that. If you're, like there was a story about the grandfather getting so the oh, I'm gonna have to do some more. I'm gonna have to. Okay, so I will actually prepare more for this. But this
Yeah.
is the
Okay.
sort of thing that makes me go, "Oh my god, I'd read this and I want to share this with you."
Definitely.
Sort of situation. So if you're open to it, that would be really like, can you tell that I'm excited?
You can indeed. That would be lovely. I'm very keen for that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll share the stories to you. But there's also things that are written in. So there's also it's a polylingual website. It's not just in one language. So
Yeah.
people are actually reading things in different languages. They're doing translations. So one of my pet projects is I want to go through and translate a whole series of traditional kids fairy tales,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Should be awesome.
and rhymes, and things like this, from English into my so there's a version of Bram Stoker's book here in Hungarian,
Yeah.
right? So I'd like to, excuse me, I'd like to do the same for my first language and closely associated languages.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I may not be an original writer, but I feel as though I could definitely bring some. Um, I can bring something to the table. This is one called Weird Tales, Volume One, Number 3, the
I
unique
love it.
magazine. So they're also bringing in not only books, but they're also bringing in magazines that are now no longer under copyright as
Yeah.
well.
Weird House is awesome.
So
Before.
yeah, exactly. So watching for these things to sort of hit the website is, sorry, the Gutenberg Library is not the only royalty or out of license
Mm,
website.
yeah.
There's others out there, but it's just one that I think of first and foremost. I think because it's committed to memory, because it's the first one I learned about.
Yeah, definitely. Which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
ghost stories or animal hauntings and the hereafter. Elliot O'Donnell, 120 downloads. Well, that seems a little that seems a little low for somebody who could have got some interesting stories to tell. I feel.
I think it's quite low. I would say low. I'd say below low. Below low low.
Low, 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 low,
Low 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 low.
low.
That's it.
Hello, hello, hello. So,
I'm
okay,
oh
what happened to our
I
friend
think
that joined us last week from the States?
I contacted her and didn't hear anything back. So I mean she's around, but also
Oh,
it also it's the middle of like it's really like middle of the night, early morning there now.
oh, okay.
So it's not exactly ideal. But
Okay.
yeah, I contacted her, so we'll organise something soon, even if we have to do another one like at a different time or something like that. But yeah,
If that
I think it's
happens,
probably
we could
wrap
do a
up time
weekend
because I
one
need to go to
perhaps maybe.
bed. That would be lovely. I'd like that. At any time, we could do it at 2 o'clock in the morning. It'd be fun. 2 o'clock in the morning, my
Not
time.
on a weekends, please, when I don't have to be a grown up and go to school the next day.
Yes, that's fair. All right, my darlings, I'm going to head off. Thank you all for coming. Really appreciate you. If you want to come back, do that. I don't know where I was going with that.
Look,
If you want to come back, do that.
we would
If you
like
want
you
to
to
come
come
back,
back, please, please, please.
yeah, come chat to us another time. Don't hate us. Find us on socials. Not in a weird way.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's to hate? What's to hate?
Don't hate us, cause I don't know. Why
Hmm.
were they born so beautiful? Why
Let's
were
go
they
back to
born
an
at
old.
all?
Shall we go back to an oldie but a goodie? If you can't get us laid, buy our merch.
Yeah, if you can't get us laid, buy our merch. Do it. High five. Do it. All right, my loves. See you later. Mwah.
Yeah, dispersed multitude of pussy.